Uruguay, the smallest nation in South America, a population of just 3.5 million. There are more than 4 cows per person here. They export beef and also football. The Celeste boasts 15 Copa América titles and 2 World Cups. Uruguay hosted the first ever World Cup at this now iconic stadium, the Centenario in Montevideo. And winning that tournament and the 1950 World Cup in Brazil are viewed as being a central part of this country's national identity. 2 official World Cups, but they say they have 4 world titles. I'm Joel Richards. I travel to Montevideo to meet local football journalist Facundo Verdún to find out more.
Hay que ver. Bueno, esta semana nos vamos a detener en México, como decíamos.
Bien.
My name is Facundo Verdún. I'm a journalist in La Diaria in Uruguay. I'm 29 years old.
Just in general, how excited, how much of a thing is a World Cup for Uruguay?
Now, World Cup is the event of the year. We are expecting it. We are already expecting the 2030 World Cup. We hope to play a part as hosts because it's the 100th anniversary. So they're gonna need they need to build a bigger stadium because the whole Uruguay would like to come here for that match.
But Facundo, we're at the Centenario in Montevideo. Just tell us a little bit about this stadium and its, how important it is in football.
As an Uruguayan, I'm not being objective here, but I think it's like a museum of the football itself. And when we sing the anthem, like all like this, here it's like our home. Okay. It's the home of our national team, so it's our home.
Uruguay was chosen to host the 1930 World Cup because it won the 1924 and 28 Olympics.
At the beginning, Uruguay was not a very well-known country itself. Like nobody knew where is geographically Uruguay. And the first team that went to Europe to play in the Olympic Games, Uruguay was rough, but also with a very good technique, and won the tournament of the Olympics, like from side to side, every game, and they repeated in 1928. That was like 2 gold medals. We consider them as World Cup.
Sure. Okay,
That's a polemic for the football world itself,
but because at the time there was no World Cup.
There was no World Cup. And after that, FIFA officialized the first World Cup here as recognizing the importance of Uruguay. And also Pelé said, if England was the mother of football, then Uruguay is the father.
Great quote. Yeah.
When Uruguay was designated as host of the 1930 World Cup, we didn't have a stadium here. And in 6 months, we built this place just for the World Cup.
In 6 months it was built?
We built this stadium. And some people said that in the first games, the material the concrete was still fresh.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to go take a look at the museum now.
Really special place. Really special place, yes.
So, Facundo, we're in the museum here.
Beautiful
museum.
Beautiful.
So much memorabilia, the shirts, the trophies. One of the central rooms talks about the 1950 World Cup. Uruguay won, and it's called the Maracanazo in Brazil. Just tell us a little bit, some of the stories behind that.
Well, Maracanazo is central, is crucial in our identity, I think, because it's David versus Goliath, is that stuff. We were not favorite for that World Cup. Brazil was the host. We were the underdog in that final.
That's just spectacular, isn't it? 200,000 people here. Everyone expecting. Do we know how many Uruguayans were here on this day?
11 on the pitch.
just the players on the pitch.
Yes. It was a different kind of like a layout of the tournament. It was Brazil was gonna be champion, even if they draw the final game. So, and for Uruguay, only a win, only a victory was the thing that made Uruguay the champion. They were there, all the newspapers, the day before, put in the cover the picture of the whole team of Brazil and said, "These are the world champions." Our captain took that newspaper to the dressing room and before the final said, "Guys, this is what they think of us." And he said a quote that is really remarkable, that is, the ones that are outside, they doesn't count for this. Like, we are 11 players against 11 players.
Los de afuera son palo.
Los de afuera son de palo. It's a thing like, it's that thing of David and Goliath. It's a thing that we remember. I don't know, we remember even each and every goal, like each and every detail. So this one that I was talking about is because I was told that story like 5 or 6 times in my life from different people. It's a thing that you can feel it like strongly, no? It's a national thing.
Uruguay then had another golden era, a generation of players including striker Diego Forlán, Diego Lugano, the captain, and strikers Luis Suarez and Edison Cavani. They reached the World Cup semi-finals in 2010 and won the 2011 Copa América. They were coached by the former school teacher, Oscar Tabárez.
You know, Maestro Tabárez, Oscar Washington Tabárez, was a legend here. 15 years, a whole process, not many trophies, but a really cultural thing, like everybody was involved. Like that feeling that you said, like, well, my national team represents me. Like, I am that team is playing for me and for all the Uruguayans there. Even though if it's along across the world, they are playing for me.
Many Uruguayans still find it hard to move on from the Tabárez era. After a transition, Uruguay appointed the legendary Argentine coach Marcelo Bielsa, known as El Loco, the madman, for his eccentric, obsessive nature.
I'm really fan of Bielsa. Bielsa is like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were really happy when Bielsa took over the national team?
Yes, it was a dream for me.
So why did the federation go for Bielsa? Like, what was the thinking behind?
Well, you have the legends, Suarez, Cavani, all struggling, and then you need someone with big authority to erupt here and say, well, this is my team, and that's Marcelo Bielsa. Okay. Marcelo Bielsa has a way of doing things, really analytic, really thorough. Every detail is well thought, you know, and well, now we are suffering the choices that we made. At the beginning, you know, the Bielsa effect is like, I don't know, explosive. You have youngster having the best minutes, showing the best of the game, but then in the long run, you have like some people get physically exhausted, you know, so they are not up to the demands that a Bielsa team needs, you know. So I don't think we were physically prepared. Some players, like the legends, that went the last games of their career with the national team, I played like this my whole life, I'm not gonna change. One of them was Suarez. There is this thing with the national team of Uruguay, you have to be a national coach, like an Uruguayan coach, to be a coach here, because it has this feeling of, I don't know, country-related nationalism.
What would be, what would be a good World Cup for Uruguay in the United States?
You always want to win the World Cup, always. You are going to the World Cup hoping to win. This one is really difficult because our region, our area is the same of Argentina and Spain.
Okay, you're on the same side of the draw as Argentina and Spain.
Yes, that's the thing. So to the round of 16, one of that 3 teams is not going to be coming through, because it's even going to be Argentina, Spain, or Uruguay, Argentina, or Uruguay, Spain is going to be a match of the group phase. So we know that's going to be really, really, really difficult. So if we overcome that stage, we hope for the best.
Okay.
But we already know that we can it's a possibility that we are returning really early for this long World Cup, because it's a really long World Cup for the first time. And we have high hopes, but we want to believe.